can you tell us how much money have you made with your metal building company in the last 30 days?
So since getting with Quote Magnet, we were able to sign $840,000 in contracts in the first 30 days.
Jeez. So we were at 750 on 2 days ago. Now we're up to 840.
Yeah. So I ran final numbers last night, and so with that, so it's 8 different buildings. I have another building that we were able to generate, but that was just through word of mouth. But 840,000 with the first 30 days from leads from Quote Magnet. All of last year we only did about 16 buildings. This year we're slated. We already have 8 on the books that are signed contracts. We have about 5 or 6 more that are pending.
You said you did 12 buildings all of 2025, like the entire year previously. And
Yeah.
we actually only launched and started sending you leads, I think on the January 5th or 6th, because you were obviously
Yeah.
out of town.
He was
So
out of town. Yeah.
we've technically only been live for 20 days.
Right.
And you have 840,000 under contract, and you are basically on pace to do what you did last year over the next 30 days.
We've
So
exceeded it.
you've already exceeded all of last year's
All
revenue
of last year. Yeah.
within the last 20 days.
Correct.
You only bought 100 leads.
Right.
And so you're saying 8 buildings closed off those 100, plus you have more that you're working on. So it's not like it's solidified off those 100.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me, so like it was number one, hot to lead. So y'all have an amazing system where it's solidified and it's a real person, and so you know the number is real. So I always have done the call text call method. So I call the person. If they don't answer, I text them saying, "Hey, this is Ryan with Infinite Construction. I saw that you had whatever their inquiry was. Hey, I need a barndominium, or hey, I want to do a metal shop, or I would love to help you fulfill your needs." And so then I would call them back after about 5 minutes. And so at that point, we're at least getting somebody on the phone or at least getting a contact. Out of the 155 of them, we never even got in contact with. So no text response, no email back, no anything. So out of the 45 that we were able to get a hold of, we were able to set appointments with 28 of those. And then from there, we set up an initial phone call to talk with them. Hey, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you wanting to do? How fast are you wanting to move on this? The ones that are ready to go, then I would drive to wherever they were. So it didn't matter if it's like one client was an hour and a half away. I was like, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. So we went and sat with them in person, walked their land, and just brought some very simple plans that we've done in the past, just to be able to put something tangible in their hands, saying, hey, look, this is what we've done in the past. This is what's possible. But our goal is to give you what you want. It's not to give you what we want. And so from there, we were able to close those deals and just be able to keep moving down the road. And then having finance options has been a big help. So that way people aren't coming out of pocket for all of it up front. And that's been a big selling point for some of these clients is like, hey, some of them sold their house and they're ready to move on something else. Whereas others were like, hey, we want to do it, but we're going to need help financing. And so that's been the biggest thing is being able to help them with that.
So what does this look like for you? Like, because we're literally 20 days into this and you already have almost $1 million on the books. And you actually said, like, I mean, I know you're going to keep working with us, but we're not sending you any more leads because you got to, get this figured out first, right?
Yeah,
but
no.
What does this kind of look like for you over the next, like, I mean, we're literally a month into 2026, and I know you had goals set January 1st, but it seems like you've already exceeded them. So what does it look like now?
We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Like I said earlier, like controlled growth is number one for me because I don't want our craftsmanship and our quality to go down because we're getting greedy. Like our goal for this year was to do 1.5. And so the fact that we're well on our way to do that in the first quarter, like I'm not going to be greedy with it. I want to have controlled growth and I want to stand behind our name. And so we're just going to get to work. We're going to start doing what things that we've always done. This is what we're selling the vision now, or we sold the vision. Now it's time to make it a reality. And so it's just getting to work, getting the structures up, doing the things that are right by the clients, making sure that they're happy and content. And then going back to grassroots of saying, hey, who do you know? Like, because, hey, we did this for you. Do you know anybody else who's looking for a shop? Do you know anybody else who's looking for a barn dominium? And because just that alone, we can create another success story just on referrals without even, just by the quality and craftsmanship of what we do.
Work with a lot of dealers, manufacturers, and GCs that are like doing like millions of dollars a year. And we also work with a lot of guys that are just getting started and open up their company and are learning the ropes of the business. So in your opinion, Ryan, like what are the most important things from like zero to your first $1 million a year that you need to focus on? Because
Yeah,
I think,
go
ahead.
Call quickly. So if you're going to get leads, call them quickly. Like don't let them sit around. Don't be scared of the 100-pound phone. Just make that happen. Make a connection instantly. And then number two is under promise and over deliver. There's so many people that are in the business where they over promise, oh, hey, we're going to be there tomorrow. And then they don't show up for a week. And so the client already has a bad taste in their mouth. And so under promise, over deliver, say, hey, look, if it's, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks, tell the customer it's going to take 8. Because if you get done in 6, then you look a whole lot better and it's easier to translate that into success. And then just like we were just talking about, just be okay and be comfortable with hearing no. It's not a judge on your character. It's not a dig at you. It's they didn't have enough information. The price point wasn't right. There's so many other things that play into it. And just being able to be here a year from now, like keep sticking it out, keep grinding it out. Like our first year in business, like my very first business ever, we operated in a negative. Like I didn't have a check to come in. I had to go get a second job just to pay my guys. Like it was terrible. That was my very first year in business ever. And so, but I'm not proud of it, but I was literally picking up trash at apartment complexes at night. And so that way I could pay myself an income while paying my guys out of the business. And so be here a year from now. Like the grind's going to suck. You're not going to be successful in your first year. Just get that out of your mind that you're going to make $1 million in your first year. That was my goal. Oh, I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to be a millionaire my first year. That wasn't the case. Like I said, I operated in a negative. Year 2, we got better. Year 3, we were doing well. We were able to pay our bills, didn't have to go pick up trash. And then now, being an established business, it's a whole lot easier to be successful because I've already gone through all the heartache, the heartbreak, and had the learning curve. So get plugged into school, get your mindset right, that you become the person that you need to become to attract $1 million a year in business or more. But if you're not the right person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your craftsmanship is if you're a crappy person, because nobody wants to deal with you. And so build yourself up, it'll build your business, and then that way you'll be successful.
This up. What's the final word on Quote Magnet at this point?
Oh, it's money well spent. I would do it. I will do it 100 times over. It's been an absolute pleasure working with y'all. Like, I'm super excited for what this year has in store. If you're hesitant on making the decision, I promise you it's worth it. As long as you do the system that Nick and Willie are teaching, call the people, text them right away. If, like Willie's, double call people. So like if they call and it's going straight to voicemail, call them again to make sure that it actually goes through. There's so many tricks of the trade that they will share with you to help you be successful. Take a leap of faith. Like I said, we have another business that we're going to be putting on board in the next week or two. And so just make the decision, spend the money, but treat it like a business. Jump into it with both feet, be all in on it, and it'll take you to wherever you want to go.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, appreciate y'all's time.